this week we're gonna work on another TJ. We've had this TJ in here before. This is one of our new full-time employees. We did a bunch of armor light flooring in her Jeep. She's got some pretty messed up taillights, so we got a hold of our friends over at Metalcloak and had them send us some of their really cool taillights. These are not completely flush mount, but they're not the big, huge, gaudy taillights that come from the factory. Hers are just the gaudy factory taillights, and I'm sure you could probably buy like El Cheapo, Amazon crap, but we wanted something nice. We're trying to do upgrades. So we got a hold of Metalcloak, and they sent us these super cool LED taillight kits. Never installed one of these yet. At least I haven't. I know Eric probably has. I personally have not. So I'm excited to install them and see how well they fit, how they work, how they wire up. There are full instructions, so I'm not going through the wiring on this. On Metalcloak's website, these are LED and they are way smaller. And if it's like anything Metalcloak, they're probably gonna be pretty sweet. But I'm curious how they fit. I do know that with these, we're gonna lose our license plate light because the factory one, the license plate light comes out the bottom. So I did happen to have this in stock. This is just a license plate light that Rusty's Off-Road uses on a bunch of their JL vehicles. So we're gonna wire this into her license plate mount so she's still legal. So I guess let's take one apart and show you the difference between the two. Good thing we didn't care, we didn't want it. Now we gotta pull some screws. Okay, so these are not a true flush taillight. They are LED. They have the side marker light. So this is gonna give way better visibility at night. Should have a lot more light output so she's better seen by other vehicles. And gains a lot of clearance actually back there. There's a huge, huge heights difference. And these are just old crap, brittle, junk, crap, and they're ugly. There's a reason I didn't want to do full LED recessed cut-in lights, because actually the bodywork on this is still pretty darn good and I just didn't want to cut holes in it. And I think it's a lot of effort and time for something that's not a full dedicated trail rig, and this is a great affordable solution that anybody could do in their driveway. And like I said, it's pretty much, you just got to wire in the factory pigtail and you're done. It's really not that hard to install. All right, we got kind of a contraption going on here. This is the plug that's gonna go to the chassis. We got a marker light that's gonna come out the side, a ground wire, and then we did some custom wiring to put a license plate light in here as well. So it's gonna kinda be a finagle to get all this together with only two hands. But as usual, Bob's not here and Eric's running the camera. All right, let's mount this. and then we'll hook the ground up. Let's not smash this. All right, next we got to get the side marker bolted in to place, and then we can mount that, and then we got to deal with a license plate mount. So now we got the side marker bolted in, we got the ground hooked up, we got the light mounted, all the wires fed through. We drilled a little hole here for the license plate light, so that'll be ready. Once you get your light in, be very gentle screwing this in. You can get carried away and crack the crap out of this, I would imagine. I'm gonna get them running most of the way. I'll do the rest by hand. Yep, I'm gonna do the rest by hand. So there's our difference. Very, very bright. Very, well, it kind of works. Let's check the backup lights. Holy crap, that's got a bunch of LEDs in there. That's gonna be a lot brighter at night versus that piece of crap. So if you've got crappy taillights on your TJ, or if they're even just stock, because most stock TJs are probably due for some taillights, there's all sorts of Amazon cheap options, eBay cheap options. You have a lot of manufacturers, good quality manufacturers, like Moto-Built and let's see, Genride. I mean, you got some good options out there as far as taillights. If you want like flush mount, stuff like that. Honestly though, if you want stock style, literally bolt in other than just a couple wires you got to hook up, these are a great option. They're very, very affordable. These are the plastic housings. They offer them in aluminum as well. I just didn't figure that for this application it warranted that kind of price tag. This is honestly a really, really, really good option if you don't want like round ones or completely flush mount, or like if you do have aftermarket body armor, these probably aren't what you're gonna want. But for a stock style TJ, less than $100, these are a pretty damn good option. So, hope you guys like this TJ stuff. We'll see you next week.